The Berber lion. The Berber lion was a Panthera leo population in North Africa that is regionally extinct today. This population occurred in the Berber coastal regions of Maghreb from the Atlas Mountains to Egypt and was eradicated following the spreading of firearms and the bounties for shooting lanes. A comprehensive review of hunting and sighting records revealed that small groups of lions may have survived in Algeria until the early 1960s and in Morocco until the mid-1960s. Until 2017, the Berber lion was considered a distinct lion subspecies. Results of morphological and genetic analysis of lion samples from North Africa showed that the Berber lion does not differ significantly from lion samples collected in western and northern parts of Central Africa. It falls into the same phylogeographical group as the Asiatic lion. The Berber lion was also called North African lion, Berber lion, Atlas lion, and Egyptian lion. The Berber lion zoological specimens range in color from light to dark tones. Male lion skins have short manes, light manes, dark manes, or long manes. Head to tail length of stuffed males in zoological collection varies from 2.35 to 2.8 meters. Some manes extended over the shoulder and under the belly to the elbows. The mane hair was 8 to 22 centimeters long. In the 19th century, hunter accounts the Berber lion was claimed to be the largest lion with a weight of wild males ranging from 270 to 300 kilograms, and yet the accuracy of such data measured in the field is questionable. Captive Berber lions were much smaller but kept under so poor conditions that they might not have attained their full potential size and weight. The color and size of lions' manes was long thought to be a sufficient distinctive morphological characteristics are called subspecific status to lion population. Mane development varies with age and between individuals from different regions and is therefore not a sufficient characteristic for subspecific identification. The size of mane is not regarded as evidence for Berber lions' ancestral. Instead, results of mitochondrial DNA research support the genetic distinctness of Berber lions in a unique haplotype found in museum specimen that is thought to be a Berber lion descent. The presence of this haplotype is considered a reliable molecular marker to identify captive Berber lions. Berber lions may have developed long-haired manes because of lower temperatures in the Atlas Mountains than in other African regions, particularly in winter. Results of a long-term study on lions in Serengeti National Park indicate that the ambient temperature, nutrition, and the level of testosterone influence the current size of lion manes. In the early 20th century, when Berber lions were not common anymore, they were sighted in pairs or in small family groups comprising a male and female lion with 1 or 2 cubs. Between 1830 or 1839 and 1842, sighting of wild lions involved solitary animals, pairs, and family units. Analysis of these sightings indicate that lions retained living in prides even when under increasing persecution, particularly in the eastern Maghreb. The size of prides was likely similar to prides living in sub-Saharan habitats, whereas the density of the Berber lions population is considered to have been lower than in moisture habitat.